All right, friends, as promised, I'm in here rolling out my tortillas or matzah, flatbread, whatever you want to call it. And I use golden wheat flour. I don't use white flour because that's basically sugar and my body can't handle that. So what I do is I mix all the ingredients together and then I knead the dough for like 7 minutes. See how like beautiful and springy it springs back at me? That's what you want. So I just take like a little handful here, just like that, and then pinch it off. Oh, maybe a little bit more, sorry. Pinch that one a little small. And then I just roll it into itself like this in my hand. This is something my abuelita taught me. My grandma, she used to always make tortillas. That's one thing I remember. And then just like this, make it into a ball. And then I'm gonna set it here on my counter and I'm gonna let it rest. Because if you don't let your dough rest, when you start to roll it out, it's gonna like spring back at you and it makes it super hard to roll out. So I'm gonna get this done and then I'm gonna show you my charro beans that I made in the Instapot. Now guys, you'll be like, man, girl, you're doing a lot tonight. Well, that's because Sabbath. As soon as the sun sets, guys, we go straight into Sabbath, which I'm looking at the time and I got about an hour and a half left. And the Sabbath is so important to us because as you guys tune in, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. On my YouTube, I have full vlogs, daily vlogs of me and my husband hanging out. It's called Everyday Life because that's what it's about. It's about us in everyday life. We out here just trying to make it just like you guys, okay? We don't have it all figured out, but that's just a place where I like to vlog. I've realized that YouTube has been a type of therapy for me. My husband does work all week, and so he's retired Army, but he does work all week, and it's just me here at the house. It's me and my dogs, and YouTube has been a place for me to be able just to be creative, share my testimony, you know, be a light in this dark world. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to my YouTube, please try and check it out if you want. But I will attach it down in right here. You know how you could put like a little title of your video? I'm gonna put the title or the link, actually, like you can type it into Google at whatever the call sign is. I think it's at Iris Baldwin 128 or something. And you can find my YouTube channel there, or you can just go to YouTube and put Everyday Life with Iris and RJ, and you'll see my picture, mine and his picture there. But I will share with you guys why Sabbath is so important to us. We don't go to actual churches. I've been getting some comments and stuff. People think that we go to actual like church. We don't. We have church here at home. We study our scriptures. Okay, so tonight at sunset, we turn off all the TV. Well, we don't turn off the TV because we still use the TV as a source of like Bible study. You know, because YouTube actually has a lot of information that you can study on Sabbath. But we basically shut everything down, such as social media, outgoing calls. Like we even put our phones like on the focus mode. We created a Sabbath focus mode. And it's all about spending time with the Father, resting, you know, just rejuvenating ourselves spiritually, you know, mentally, all the things. And that's what's commanded for us to do. That's what the scriptures command us to do. And that's what we do, because me and RJ have come out of some really dark situations in our life. And we know that there's only one person, well, two. There's only two people responsible for that. One, well, he's not a person, but the Father in heaven and his Son, okay? And we know, like, if there's anything that we can do, we're going to live by his word. We're going to live by his scripture. And if his scripture says to do this, then that's what we're going to do. A lot of people are like, oh, but that's for this, that's for the Jews, that's for blah, blah, blah. Listen, you guys are going to have to come to your own understanding about it all because, honey, I'm going to tell you, his word does not change from yesterday to today to tomorrow. It stands forever. And if he says perpetual, that means forever, okay? And Sabbath is so important. Yeah, does it get kind of like, oh my goodness, I got a lot to do? But it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I can rest my head on my pillow knowing that I was obedient and I sacrificed. And that's what he calls us to do, is to be obedient. The scripture even says that obedience is better than sacrifice. Okay. And so I'm like, hey, I'm going to do my part. You know what I'm saying? My husband does his part. We get everything together for Sabbath and we go into the Sabbath, because at the end of the day, what you think the Father is going to come against us and say, how dare you obey my commandments? No. And there's one thing me and my husband have realized is like, ain't nobody going to be able to stand in front of that throne and say, oh, Iris and RJ, they did that because of me. You know, like, no, you got to take the onus of your own life. And we realized, like, we don't care. Like, every miracle that has happened to me and my husband is because of the Father and because of the mercy of his Son. Like, you know, if you guys really stick around to learn me and to learn our testimony, like, you'll really understand, like, wow, they came from so much trauma, so much heartache, and here they are, they're drug free, they own their own home, they own their own land. Like what? So I'm trying to be a living testimony and witness to tell you that through your sacrifices and obedience to the scriptures, there are miracles that happen. And I'm like, for us, the Sabbath is number one, because guys, I don't know if you know this, but in scripture, in Revelations, it talks about the Father is going to send out an angel to mark all those who keep his commandments. And the commandments are the commandments that you find in Exodus 20. Like, and he says all the ones that are marked with his mark don't hurt, because there's going to be an angel that comes that's going to hurt everyone that does not have that sign or that seal. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, I have witnessed miracles happen in my life, so nobody can convince me that the scriptures are fake. Nobody can do it. Like, if I have to, you know, I just know. And I'm like, I'm just trying to share with you guys, like, it's real, you know. And so it can be like a lot of work to do, you know, but it's totally worth it, because like I said, as soon as that sun sets, we're in his sanctuary. And guys, if you guys don't understand what the word sanctuary means, if you look up sanctuary, it's a safe place. When we enter Sabbath, we are in the Father's sanctuary. We're in his safety. And so, and I can't even begin to explain to you how many traumatic events happen in the world where people lose their lives or are unalived on the Sabbath. And I'm like, yeah, if you know, you were not where you were, if you were where you were supposed to be on Sabbath, you would not have had that situation. Like, come on, you need to bring it in, come and rest in the Sabbath, and come enter into the sanctuary of the Father in heaven, you know. But it's not a lot of work. I enjoy it. It's, you know, and guys, like I said, everyone's going to have to come to their own understanding. I'm just here to share my light, to share my life as a testimony, as a witness, to say, if this woman can make it out of the things that I made it out of, there's hope for anybody, because I'm nobody. You know what I'm saying? I am nobody, but I'm like, hey, he helped me, you know. If he'll help me, he'll help you, because I'm nothing, you know.